They are. That's what Lee Camard keeps telling us. Very connected group.
BYU wins the tip. Early whistle, 5 seconds in.
Ready to go, but Maves needs to keep herself on the floor. She's an experienced guard for Coach Jacobson.
Hudgens into the lane, dump off down low.
And she is back into the starting lineup.
She puts the ball on the floor, drives in, kicks it back out. The freshman Benali in and exit, and they're on the break. No good on the attempt. That was Ivy Schmidt. Gibb.
And already we've seen 2 offensive rebounds for BYU. So the extra effort on the glass, keeping the ball alive. That's really going to wear down the Mountaineers if they can't secure the defensive board.
Offense!
Because they were undersized in a lot of the contests they played in, but Mariah Hudgens provides that dynamic element on the glass, and that is something that you definitely need in the big. Very confident out there. She's aggressive, wanting to get to the rim and create opportunities to score.
Gibb, her second three-point attempt in basketball.
And she was a unanimous pick as a preseason All-Big 12 selection.
Outside, the three is in and out, rebound.
To her big as she rolled to the basket.
BYU pressuring well beyond the three-point line. That one is no good. Eckroth will inbound for the Mountaineers underneath the basket. Into the corner. Nice.
She can go against the point guard. She's quick enough to stay in front of the ball.
Urquhart inbounding. Schmidt with it now. 10 on the shot clock. They kick it back out. Gibb will get it to Hudgens. She's driving with the right. Had the lead at the end of the first quarter against Utah, but here early, BYU doing a nice job attacking.
Player of the year, also a 2-time All-American. 8 players, 8 new players to the squad.
Great ball movement. The three a little long. Offensive rebound. Cannon with the...
Already mentioned, outstanding underclassmen on this team. You know, they're going to take their lumps. They're going to take some bumps and bruises right along the way as they continue to cure that defensive board and try to limit BYU, because the Cougars have done a nice job pursuing the basketball out of their area.
Cannon missed the three. They're 1 for 4 to start. She played the point with a shooting guard. We're seeing her scoring ability here early in the first quarter. Hudgens trying to break down the defense, kicks it back out deep on the three-point line. Mountaineers having trouble getting to the basket. They're only 2 for 5 here in the first. Another fadeaway. Schmidt, a senior. 2 years ago, she was on a team that went up to Logan and upset you.
Ivy Schmidt 7 and BYU 11. She's carrying the offense right now.
A little strong there from Hudgens. We got a jump.
For her high school ball. And very versed, well-traveled player that has a lot of upside, according to Coach Camard.
She nearly averaged floater from Gibb. No hesitation, drove down the lane and got it to go with the right hand.
And that's what makes Gibb so...
Dribble handoff is stolen by Hudgens. We got a 2-on-1 break. Nice pass and finish with the right hand. Only 3 made field goals for Western Colorado, turning it over more than they're making shots here early. BYU's defense has been stifling. They showed a little on 6 made field goals.
And that's a great percentage. Coach Lee Camard told me he wants to be right around 60% or higher as we...
5. Again, they had a nice start on the road last night. Back-to-back Big 12 back pulled away, but they hung around the other way. Coach Jacobson wanted the call. Gibb into the corner. The three is a little long. No good from Mackie Williams. Wasn't sure if we were going to see
the defensive board, making sure BYU doesn't create those extra opportunities to score.
Hampson is set to check in for BYU. A runner with
productive offseason. He's taken her game to another level, and really the game has slowed down a little bit more for her as she's a
down the lane. Youssef on the free throw line. Her first point, Mountaineers.
Ebola with so much potential, and especially if she can be physical and be a presence down low. That's kind of the biggest question mark right now for Coach Camard.
They'd love to get some continuity and consistency at that forward center position.
And really what he wants to see is rebounding and...
Gatorade Player of the Year, Sydney Benali checks back in for Delaney Gibb. Schmidt, one dribble, draws the...
out at the charity stripe. So they do an excellent job creating contact.
Schmidt up.
And she's done a fantastic job of just keeping them in it.
Drive baseline, pass to Hampson. Mishandles it.
That pressure, and you have to wonder how much is this going to wear on Ivy Schmidt. Back-to-back games, and she's getting pressure a lot early.
Schmidt takes the three, a little strong. Offensive board is deep. Nice entry pass, and we're tied. Letting some clock run off before they run a play here to try to regain the lead late in the first. It's the three, it's good!
He told us several times because anything that they're working on or putting their mind to, they are getting better at, and that's a huge step forward for this team.
Turnover, just missing with Schmidt on a mid-range J. Hamlin pushing it for the Cougars. Kicking it out. The three is long.
That's a little bit of nerves coming into the game, and we've seen some of the shots from the freshmen a little bit short, maybe off a little bit just because of nerves.
Benali Ives pressured to the rim. BYU's D doing a nice job of keeping the Mountaineers out of the paint. Hamlin battling, and
and sometimes going on the ground, you gotta sell it, you get the call.
Gibb swings it to go deep down low, paint touch, foul over the back.
You're buried at that point. You have to release the contact and get your body off and get around.
Hampson into the corner, Hamlin pulls and fires, no pressuring Daniels. She picks up her dribble, nowhere to go. Great defense from BYU with less than 10 on the shot clock. A step back from Schmidt is no good.
Impactful minutes in this game early with rebounding. We saw a huge block. This can be a momentum booster for the Mountaineers.
The one dribble pull up, no good.
In that shot, she was a rhythm shooter, and she still is. You give her that much space, and she's going to knock it down.
6 points.
Struggling with this extended pressure. Just taking shots that are not high percentage shots. They're settling because of the pressure.
Schmidt, who was getting into basketball, and it certainly paid off there.
He doesn't make a middle up
to the right, what a move! They'll pull back and set up the half-court offense.
And this is where they really need to execute.
Ooh, a foul on Schmidt. A little separation on the hesitation. It's no good. Another offensive rebound. It leads to a 3-0.
Matched up, so a wide open look. Ekroff made just 8 triples last season.
What a pass, Mackie Williams. Battle for it's cleaned up by Cannon. Gibb up ahead. Ball's deflected and recovered by Ogden. Cannon, Ogden, Mackie Williams, Hamlin, Hudgens on the floor for BYU. There's the pop three-pointer off the window.
Three-point shot, she loves the three ball. That's her preference, little pick and pop action up top.
33% from three last. Hudgens puts the ball on the floor, wanted Mackie Williams, but Western Colorado recovers defensively. It was a nice play from Addison Harding. Corner pass, baseline this time for Ekroth. A deep three, no good for Jada Marmack. Honorable mention last season. They'd love to get her going here to start this 2025-2026 season.
In this game, and it's going to continue to develop, and especially you get Cambry Barber back, you got Brinley Cannon, who I think are the 2 top defenders on this team. So
dribbles out. Cannon wants to go into the paint. Picks up her dribble, back out to Hudgens, the pump fake. Step back triple is good.
Away from the basketball, and that's what opened up that 3-point shot up top.
9 points for Hudgens here in the first half. A whistle, a 4 from the field. And opened up a double-digit lead, but Schmidt makes a pair.
It kind of opens up that basket.
Hudgens gets a screen into the corner now. Hamlin, she'll go baseline and bumped. Hudgens takes the screen, tries to dump it down, does so successfully. A little short. It was a roll goal, and then it's compounded. Those loose ball fouls on a Gibb turnover earlier in the first half. So a couple of those. Yeah. He joked that, man, he really did not like Travis Hansen growing up.
The one guy, the villain, right, for the Utah Utes was Travis Hansen. For them,
Mackie Williams the inbound. Roll goal. Hands it off to Ari. Was a 10-point lead a moment ago. She cleans it up with the defensive rebound.
And utilizing that length, and she is really active in there around the rim.
Happy where we're at. We'll see what the second half brings.
What are you looking to adjust?
We got to be a little bit tougher defensively, not stare at the basketball, really get after them.
Program high is 22, so they were right off having an historical season. And they're going to make noise in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference this year. Schmidt draws the transfer from Charleston. Let me see if I can get some German. Beautiful pass inside. Oroko gets it with the left hand.
You gotta love it from Brinley Camp.
No numbers there. She'll pull back wisely. Top of the key, swinging it. Benali, no good on the three. Rebound.
Or you pull that rebound down, they're doubling it right away. They're trying to create those turnovers, and they weren't able to do that as much last year. They didn't have the depth.
Blocking.
Where they're going to pass the ball, or what's the next play by being active, being in the passing lanes, as we saw right there, proving the things she wanted to work on.
The crossover, a nice kick out into the corner. No good. Rocco battling in the paint and puts it back up. Games as a freshman. And then led Charleston in rebounding and third in blocks last season. She's got a chance to. Nice quick pass. They're swinging it around. Into the corner now. Gibb pulls the trigger. No good. Good box out.
Talking about, Matt, is that ball needs to move. It can't be sticky. You're going to see more opportunities for Gibb or other players that are going to get looks, as we saw there, because the ball got whipped around very quickly.
For BYU. Benali swings it into the corner. Cannon for three. No good. Another offensive rebound, Rocco. She's been a difference.
Utilizing her length right now on the offensive glass.
Hudgens, the pump fake, goes up with the left, off the back rim.
And able to secure young talent. So right now out of the court, you've got two sophomores and three.
You up 9. Schmidt wants to close the gap, in and out. Youssef collects the board and Gibb pushes. Loose ball, foul on the break on Schmidt. Cannon with it. Hamlin collects and gets to Gibb, top of the key, pick and roll coming. Into the corner. Close to 34% as a team last year, so below what they did a season ago. Gibb in the transition. Draws the foul.
Done a much better job being aggressive. Most of those coming from Schmidt. She has 11 of those 13 attempts.
On the three-point line. Drives in, no good. Rebound, BYU, and a loose ball foul as Schmidt tried to take it away.
I think is Coach Kamard would have liked, but he knows she's out there improving her game, getting better.
Versatility in Lee Kamard's first season as the head coach.
Benali did a really good job waiting for the screen. Had she gone too early, that's a foul on her big Bola.
Free throw percentage, so that's an area that BYU can improve on, and maybe that results in a few more wins this year.
Beginning of the game or the end of the game last year. They had 6 games last year where they lost with under 5 points or less. See, the Mountaineers are a little bit better, right? I see 3-4 of the Mountaineers tucked in.
Probably doesn't make much of a difference at all, but obviously BYU prefer.
And nice and fit, so the jersey just kind of is long. It doesn't bow out at all like ours used to.
Bola clean.
Cannon just being able to attack because the defense wasn't set and getting to the free throw line.
Game for BYU here at 15. Nearly a steal from the freshman. Goes up with the left.
We've seen a difference in the bigs here in the second half, so something was said to them.
Not going to see tonight. Miriam Traore.
The younger sister to Foose.
Who could forget?
And yesterday, as you mentioned, we weren't quite sure. She did not practice because she's been ill of the experience with such a young BYU team.
Schmidt on Gibb. Mid-range J is good.
The opportunity on that ball swing. Against the Mountaineers, and they were able to stretch this out a little bit, but they're going to have to be much more physical when they start approaching Big 12 play, and they will. They'll get better and better at it. Looks, that time she made the right play.
18-6 with 2 assists. She's got 5 points and 7 rebounds. Extended pressure here from BYU. 8 for Bola. Gibb gets the screen into the paint. What's the call? Jump.
10 overall, not quite the shooting night I'm sure that she wanted. The good thing for her, as you mentioned, it does not count exhibition, gets some of the nerves out. The key. You really could look at the season as we just are barely starting, so continue to develop that.
Back into the low post for the Mountaineers. They kick it out. Schmidt's triple is short.
Last night against Utah, back-to-back in a 24-hour period. That's a lot on your body.
Down low. No good for Hampson. Double in the corner. They swing it out. It's poked away and recovered. 15 on the shot clock. Schmidt down low. Draws the Kamard to do it. That's a new rule change this year as well. Lee could have challenged that call. This is not a program that has a lot of turnover at the head coaching position.
It's a really good thing, right? And when I talk to create a tremendous career or student athlete experience for these girls that he's bringing in and take care of them.
Nice finish before their official game. This is not an official game. So they've only been practicing for a couple weeks. They don't have their first official game for several weeks into November.
BYU here tonight.
You wouldn't have known that they've only been practicing for a couple weeks the way they played. They held their own in the first half against Utah, and they're still competing.
Exhibition game, and then about a week and a half until that first game in November 17th, their first official game. Because I take your lead, so it's pretty good.
Schmidt into the
fifth block for BYU.
Draws.
Able to defend, and then it evolved. She got more confident offensively and just was making impact everywhere. That's the first thing BYU fans think about is that football.
Coastal's coming. We're still mad.
Yep.
You ruined what could have been an undefeated season.
Giving up anything easy.
Only the 7th turnover for BYU offensively. Schmidt with the floater in the lane.
Words that when Rocco and Gibb are out there, they really do have that chemistry and knowing which way she's going to roll, how to hit her, whether it's a high.
Turnovers. Gibb wants back-to-back. It's short. It ends up in the arms of Hamlin. The scoop shot with the right, no good. Battle for it underneath.
Keep that ball alive and
finish.
Optimism for the program this season and what they're going to be able to do.
A steal. Nice pressure from Sydney and a finish with the right hand. BYU in the midst of a 12-2 run to open this thing up in the 4th. Gibb hesitates, comes back. It is long offensive.